So, Snafu, you're the creative genius behind the production of the album. Can you tell us a little bit about your inspiration, your recording process, where you find your music, who you look up to?
Sure. The junk in junk science, part of it stands for me finding most of my records in the garbage and on street corners, and I generally haven't paid more than $1 or $2 for any record I use on the album or anything else. And maybe the condition of my room also.
That's true.
Yeah, it used to be. Remember my old house where there was records all over the floor? It was literally just, you walked on a carpet of records.
Crunchy sound.
But, I've since got shelves and a window and a door. It's pretty hot.
Who do you look up? Who do you look up to? Who do you admire?
Musically, I don't know. I mean, producer-wise, all the early mid '90s producers, Lars Professor, Pete Rock, premier East Coast producers, Beat Nuts. I don't know. A whole bunch of quote unquote golden era rap producers I look up to a lot. Recently, a lot of kind of abstract left field producers like Daedalus and even like LCD Sound System and weird, intelligent dance music type stuff, whatever. And then like TV on the radio and weird rock groups and stuff too. And I don't know, a whole bunch of.
What about outside music?
Outside music?
Yeah, do you find, is there anything that's...
My parents were both artists. Colors, I guess, are a big influence, and shapes and sounds. I don't know. Everything's an influence.
Yeah.
It's impossible to not say that. Like people think, oh, I'm not influenced by nobody.
You don't realize that most people don't think that way. That's true though.
Everybody's influenced by everything.
That's true.
Every second. So.
Life.
Yeah. But people, I don't think that people are as conscious about certain things as Snafu is. Like, it's true. It's true.
It's your sensitive, analytical producer.
Sensitive genius.
I think like
ladies, take note.
I think like if you put up 7 different shades of green, like I might not think that the difference between them is as important, but he sees them as totally separate colors, and it is a different thing, whether you like it or not.
Cursed, blessed, cursed. Which one is it? You guys are going on tour soon with Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Devin the Dude, and your label mates iller than theirs.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people think that touring life is pretty glamorous and glitzy, but I know that you guys have been on the road before and you know it quite intimately, the challenges and the hurdles that are touring life. So why don't you give people a little bit of insight into what touring life is for an indie rap group.
2 at the front, 2 at the head, 2 at the feet.
Yeah, what's the Ghostface song?
It's basically the trickiest part is fitting 4 dudes in one bed. With heterosexual barriers set up in the bed.
Pillows.
Yeah, that's just a way to visualize it. Like really, we don't have any idea what it is to do comfortable touring. We've never been on a tour bus. We've never been, we're not those guys who get the comfortable setting. So what it is what the reality of it is going to be me, Snafu, Prey, and Tone in a minivan together for a month, sleeping at the cheapest motel we can get.
Eating macaroni and cheese.
Eating as cheaply as possible. Waking up every morning, like basically staying up every night until 3 at the earliest, because it's important for us. Even if we play early in the night, it's going to be important for us to stay until the end of the night, because a lot of people buy stuff at the end of the night. So we might be selling, merch throughout the show. After we perform, people come up and say, "Oh, I like the show," like buy something. But really, like, it's important for us to be there all night to like really try to connect with as many kids as possible. So it's like, I think what it is like a job, but it's like a really cool job. Like you have to see it as work, because if you don't see it that way, like you're not taking it seriously. Like it really is a lot of work involved in it. It's just really cool work, and like it's the kind of work that I want to do for like a living someday.
And for this album, you guys linked up with 6 Points Craft Ales here in Brooklyn, and they created a special limited edition beer to coincide with the release of the album, aptly called NerveTonic.
It go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So how did that partnership come about, and what does it mean for you guys? How has it helped you?
Well, the beer is actually it's going by G&T for Gran'Dad'sNerveTonic. There's actually tricky rules with the administrators that decide the name. What are they called?
SLC.
SLC. Just I think that the term putting nerve tonic in the actual name of beer scares the government or something.
Yeah, it's a bit misleading.
Are you serious?
G&T.
We can't call it. It's called G&T.
This is all news to me. I thought it was just called
NerveTonic.
Well, it's when you buy the beer, it'll have the sticker on it that says Junk Science presents Gran'Dad'sNerveTonic, but officially, like on the books, it's got to be called G&T.
Okay.
It's a funny trivia bit.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, me and Snafu were both like big fans of beer. We like interesting left field beer. We like craft beer, microbrews. Like this huge movement going on in the country right now as far as like breweries popping up all over the place. There's a lot of like creativity happening, and in New York, there's a lot of support for it. Like a lot of cool bars opening up where they serve these specialty beers. And people are really like the tastes are like shifting towards that, which is cool on a creative level. I think it's good for everybody to drink more interesting things. So we connected with the 6 Point guys through a mutual friend, Sky Monkey Palms, who's the owner of Southpaw Club in Park Slope, and started meeting with them on a regular basis and sort of hit it off on like a we like what you do, you like what we do type of level, and decided to make our own beer for the album. We already had the album title, so they made the beer to match the album really, and then there's been this cool back and forth process, like a real I think an artistic collaboration with them. And,
do you guys know of any other bands that have had their own beers? It's kind of
I think we're the only ones.
Jay-Z's got his vodka.
Yeah. The thing about that is that vodka is not really that cool. It's just not cool, like
It's true. Beer. All right. So, Junk Science album Gran'Dad'sNerveTonic comes out October 23rd on Embedded Music via Definitive Jux. It includes 12 refreshing tracks plus 1 bonus remix by Daedalus. You can cop it at definitivejux.net or your local store. Check out myspace.com/junksciencerap or junkscience.imeme.com for more details and free goodies.
Booyah!
All right.